I love to hear the clop of old Dobbin's feet.
I love to hear twin pipes roaring down the street.
I don't start courting in a hot rod, but in a buggy like your mom and dad.
Hey there, Dad.
Yeah?
Start getting cool. I don't dig dating when you went to school.
It's the middle of summer and I'm anything but cool. I want to meet this hot rock and tell him the rule. Don't start courting in a hot rod, but in a buggy like your mom and dad. How can you whisper sweet love words when you can't hear nothing that's said? I love to hear the clop of old Dobbin's feet.
I love to hear twin pipes roaring down the street.
Don't start courting in a hot rod, but in a buggy like your mom and dad. Well, everything is ready for your young man to call. The mare's all harnessed to the buggy and all.
I can hear him say, hop in molasses, this rig is the end, but where you put the gas?
Don't start courting in a hot rod, but in a buggy like your mom and dad. How can you whisper sweet love words when you can't hear nothing that's said? I love to hear the clop of old Dobbin's feet.
I love to hear twin pipes roaring down the street.
Don't start courting in a hot rod, but in a buggy like your mom and dad. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, you're a sweetheart, you are. I wish I had a half a dozen like you running around the house. You're just as cute. What's next here? You're awful cute, Molly. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Oh, back into the, the commercial. I don't mind doing these commercials for this show. It's pretty interesting. You know, somebody said, we got you a sponsor. Well, I was happy enough, and I said, what is it? And they said, a permanent for women. And they started talking about self-neutralizers, and I knew about as much about something like that as a hog with a saddle on. I got the word, and it sounds real good. Say, how many of you women folks, what do you ask yourself in the morning? Suppose you get up in the morning and go to the mirror and look at your hair. What do you say? You know? It's just what I figured. You take old Ernie's word for something here, boy. I've got the pea-picking best, I'll tell you. This thing called prom. A lot of you women worry. Of course, this is the time of year when you ride in convertibles with the top down and you go to the beach and your hair flies everywhere and you get home and it looks like a hoorah's nest. And this is the thing you need, this prom. It's wonderful, P-R-O-M. I say that because a soft and natural-looking prom is going to make you look prettier. And I'm not just talking to hear my head roar. This prom is self-neutralizing. Prom is going to save you a lot of trouble. You don't have to mess around with a separate neutralizer and dabbing it on and off and dropping it on the floor, and then when it's all over, you don't know whether it's right or not. Told you I knew something about this. With prom, nature takes over the neutralizing. 30 minutes after applying the mild-acting prom lotion, you just rinse your hair out in clean water and your prom neutralizes itself. Naturally, as your hair dries on the curlers. Now, that's simple enough, isn't it? Saves you the work and all of the guesswork. And you get a better permanent than if you had used a separate neutralizer. Now, you be one of Ernie's little pea-picking prom gals, and you get some prom. When I say prom, it's spelled P-R-O-M, and you get some for old Ernie, will you? Here's one of today's most beautiful ballads, written by the late Hank Williams, Your Cheating Heart. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very nice to us and awful good to us. We're having a good time here today. I'd like to thank you for all the letters and all the cards. What do you want?
Stretch it.
Stretch what? Oh.
We're going a little
all right.
fast.
Are we going a little fast? Well, I just wanted to say it to all the people all the way across the country. You boys can be replaced. We're having a great time here today. I got some wonderful mail and some letters from people all over the country. It makes us feel good, and they send in little snapshots of all the family and hogs and dogs and chickens. All over the country, we get letters, you know, and they send in little funnies. Here's one here from Bill Taylor at 2399 Main Street in Laramie, Wyoming. Said there was a cowboy and there was a young lady visiting from the city, and they got engaged. And she went back to the big city and she wrote him a letter about all the modern conveniences in a hotel. She said, why, I even have a room with running water. And he wrote back and said, you get rid of that Indian or the engagement's off. It'll take a minute. The back of the studio just got that one then. Bill, can I have a little mood music, please? I have a poem. I'm not in that kind of a mood, Bill. Something, you know, sort of, well, about 3 bars of it. No, now slow it down just a little. Here's a little poem. A skunk is certainly a beautiful sight. A two-tone job in black and white. But please avoid at every cost the deadly fumes from his exhaust. Thank you for your cards and letters. That's funny. Well, now it's time to play our little prom medley game. This is a little game that we started, and I'll tell you something about it. It won't take but a few seconds. You write us a letter now, and include in your letter 4 song titles. One beginning with a P, one beginning with an R, one with an O, and one with an M. That spells prom. And if we choose your letter, you get a nice prize. That's all there is to our little prom medley game, and we're ready to play it right now. And we thank Mrs. Lucy Crane of La Crosse, Wisconsin for her winning letter and for her 4 songs. Here's the first one, the song beginning with the P, sung by lovely Joni O'Brien. Put your arms around me.
Put your arms around me, honey. Hold me tight. Cuddle up with all your might. Oh, oh, when you roll those eyes that I just idolize. When you look at me, my heart begins to float, and then it starts to rockin' like a motorboat. Oh, oh, I never knew any boy like you.
Thank you, Joni O'Brien. And here's our song beginning with an R, played by George Bruns on the trombone, Rose Room. Thank you, good buddy George Bruns. Here's the one beginning with the O. It's an oldie but a goodie called Oh, You Beautiful Doll. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, how my heart would break. I'm afraid to hug you, I'm afraid you'd break. Oh, 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 you beautiful doll. Our last song, the one beginning with the M, is a lovely ballad of today. Come up, Joni O'Brien, and help me with the beautiful Miss You.
Miss you since you went away, dear.
Miss you more than I can say, dear.
Daytime, nighttime, nothing I do can make me forget that I still love you.
Kiss you, in my dreams I kiss you.
Whispering, darling, how I miss you.
Tell me, do you really miss me as I miss you? Thank you very much for being with us on the Tennessee Ernie Show. You've been wonderful, and to you folks at home, thanks for listening, and thanks for your wonderful cards and letters. Our wonderful thanks to little Molly B., our guest for today, to Joni O'Brien, to Clippy Stone and the band. This is Tennessee Ernie saying, if you were listening to the car radio, thank you for the ride, and you drive careful. Bye-bye now.
Be with us again next week for the Tennessee Ernie Show, brought to you by Prom, new and easy self-neutralizing home permanent.